Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Very, very much appreciated. Shall we talk about moving to Cyprus today? Because that is a topic there's a lot of people like to hear about, isn't it? A lot of people dream of it, and a lot of people are going to make it happen as well. There's a gentleman that we met last week who literally flew out, and then he messaged me a couple of days later to say he's coming back. This time he's coming back with his wife, and he's coming back with the kids as well. So big shout out to Sir Adrian. We're looking forward to seeing you when you come back to the island of love, which of course is Cyprus. And he's bringing his girl with him as well, Nif. Yes, excellent. We've talked on camera, well, on WhatsApp, shall we say. Looking forward to meeting you in person when you come to downtown Paphos. And the reason why they're coming back is because it's easy to watch videos on YouTube, isn't it? It's easy. It's easy to go and look on Google and get the facts, but often some of the facts you get, shall we say, are not, I'm not going to say not true. What I'm going to say is that they're the facts that are making the person that's telling you about it the most money. Comes back to that thing again, doesn't it? I mentioned in a previous video that Adrian went to look at an apartment in Tomb of the Kings. Lovely apartment, don't get me wrong. But they wanted €2,500 per month for this apartment. And he thought that that wasn't too bad because it's only about £2,200. I mean, my eyes were like, huh? That is an insane amount of money. I'm not saying that people are not paying £2,500, £3,000, £4,000 to live in places in Paphos. Maybe some of them are, but it's not the norm. It's not the norm. So he's coming back with his wife and the children, and they've rented a 3-bedroom apartment somewhere by the Mall. Got quite a good deal, so he believes anyway. Hopefully he has. And they're going to hunt for a place for him as a bolt hole because he's able to work online. And of course then he can establish himself and learn all the ropes in Cyprus while his wife and children go back to the UK, sort out what they have to sort out, and then come back. And of course this would be probably a common story for a lot of people. We have, shall we say, retirees coming to Cyprus, and we have people who are still working coming to Cyprus, isn't it? Working online or running a business somewhere else in the world. For retirees, okay, they've been here on holiday a few times, they come out, buy a property or rent a property and then just move to Cyprus. It's probably quite easy for retirees because, of course, if then they decide they don't like it after a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years, they can go back to wherever they come from or relocate somewhere else. But of course, if you are a family, this is a little bit different because you're going to uproot the family from one place and go to another place. Not so bad if it's husband and wife, is it? But when it's children involved as well, you are now affecting their lives. Now, your intention is to improve their lives, isn't it? That's why you're doing it. But sometimes you can make a mistake. Adrian's much cleverer than that. So he's coming out to check and make sure for about 6 months that everything is hunky-dory. And we're pretty sure he'll be happy and the family will relocate. So back to talking about prices. You can go on to various websites and you'll come across properties that are to rent, and maybe you're comparing them to the prices where you're from, and in some cases maybe even a moderate apartment, which let's say is €600 a month for a 1, possibly a 2-bedroom apartment, if you're lucky, that is, yeah. It's 600, and maybe from where you are in the world that's expensive, I don't know. But most of the people that I talk to that are coming to Cyprus, they would say, well, you know, that's quite reasonable. That's quite reasonable. Less than what they would expect to pay in downtown Chester, downtown Manchester. Certainly less than they would pay in downtown London, shall we say. Isn't that right, Lady Andrea? And of course, Lord of the M. Yeah. So do your homework and get your feet on the ground. If you get your feet on the ground, you're going to find out that this apartment that's 2,500, as nice as it is not worth 2,500. You can probably find that apartment very similar in a very similar location for 1,200, 1,500, because I understand it's a nice apartment. But talking about rents have skyrocketed. We mentioned this in a previous video, due to a little man invading another country. And then, of course, a lot of people from both of those countries to, I'm not going to say run away, but I'm going to say relocate. And one of the places they relocated to was Cyprus. But now, because that little man has he's still trying to invade that country, isn't he? The world is changing, and a lot of these people now are having to go back or go somewhere else anyway. And the reason for that is because their money's run out. And when that happens, the bubble starts to burst. And of course, one of the first bubbles is the property market. So the rental market is coming down. And I've talked about this in quite a few of the videos. So don't judge the rent of a property on the rent of a property in the country where you're coming from, because it's not the same country. Come along and talk to as many people as you can. Get as much information as you can. Talk to developers, talk to rental agents, and then walk away and talk to normal people. Talk to the man in the restaurant, perhaps, where you had your breakfast. Talk to the man where you had your lunch. These kind of things. And then you're going to find perhaps apartments that are not on the market, because a lot of them are not with agents. They are word of mouth, as it is in a lot of countries. You know, the internet in Cyprus, I'm going to say, has not caught on quite as much as it has in the rest of the world. That's not meant as an insult, by the way. I don't mean it in that way. But the old-fashioned methods of communication with people are still very rife in Cyprus. It's the same when you want to buy a car. It's the same when you want to buy a property. Yeah, I know it sounds old-fashioned, but often if you start knocking on doors, you will find out that, yeah, my house is for sale. There's no for sale sign on it, and it's not with an agent. But this person has told all of his family, who've told all of their family, and slowly but surely the word gets out. And I think this is something that a lot of other Europeans don't get, because I think in many cases we've lost this art of talking to people. We've lost this art of being open. If you get on a bus in Cyprus, the odds are that the person next to you will talk to you. If you get a bus in London, the odds are the person next door to you won't talk to you, but might do something else to you. Anyway, we'll stop that one now. Well, that little rant of Mr. Paul. So I think I'm trying to explain to you that the art of communication in Cyprus is still ongoing. Yeah, you know, I can give you some examples. I mean, this is a stupid example maybe, but when a policeman stops you for speeding, or in my experience anyway, or for doing something wrong, they're very polite and very nice, and they normally apologise for stopping you. They normally say, look, I am very, very sorry to have stopped you. To which I normally reply, well, unfortunately, I was stupid. And they'll say, oh, why are you stupid? And I'll say, because I was speeding. Ah, no, you're not stupid. We all do these things. Anyway, I must give you a ticket, but I'm going to reduce the speed so that your ticket is only 50 euros instead of 100 euros. Someone's trying to contact me. I'll phone them back. There we go. New customer by the looks of it. Could be someone that wants to give me some money. On that note, if you like what you see, hit the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget. Keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness. And tell me what you want me to talk about. Tell me where you want me to go. Those kind of things. Very impatient person by the looks of it. Brand new number. Obviously someone who wants a job done. Excellent. I'll be phoning them back, that's for sure. And like I say, for those of you who follow the channel, you know the Marika Lounge Bar is slowly but surely coming to fruition. As Lord Analdo and Lady Sylvie said last night, every time they come there, they see things that are going on. On camera, you don't see that much, obviously. Hence why we now give you 1 or 2 videos a week. But it will be online on the 15th of March 2025. If you want to get involved in it, perhaps you want to get your name on a brick, on the Wall of Fame, on the Hollywood staircase. Yes, like Sir John, and of course his girl, Lady Susan, all the way from downtown in Dumfries in Scotland. Thank you very, very much indeed. Lord Paul, and of course his girl, Lady Marilyn, all the way from downtown in Betws-y-Coed. Thank you very, very much indeed. And of course, your names will be on a step on the Hollywood staircase. Perhaps if your name is Lady Denise, and of course, our Willie Eckers like Sir of the Treb. I think he should be a Lord now. I think so, yeah. Oh yeah, your names will be on a step or two. And of course, what about our girl, Lady Zeta? And of course, her Sir Kev. They're coming back to Paphos in September of 2025 to get married. And of course, their name will be on a step on the Hollywood staircase. And on that note, a big shout out to Prince Lorenzo. Yes, indeed. And to a girl in downtown Glasgow, Lady Lillian, our Baroness Crackpot. And of course, Baron Frank, thank you for purchasing a step. And of course, there's another little star in downtown Glasgow. And he is going to be on a brick and he's going to be on a star as well. Big shout out to Alexander the Fantastic, and of course his grandmother, Lady Kirsty. Thank you very, very much indeed. So where were we? I was talking about the communication skills, wasn't I? You see, when you come to Cyprus, it's much more relaxed and people got much more time. Well, I think I have anyway. And you just meander around and you're able to communicate and talk with people. And if you're nice to them, they'll say something like, you know, going back to apartments, oh, I think my cousin has an apartment to rent. This is his number. You phone him up and you go and see him and he says to you, it's 800. And you say to him, will you take 700? And he goes, go on then. Simple as that. Very, very simple. When you've got that apartment, then you've got to transfer the water into your name. Sometimes they don't ask for that one because water's cheap, but you'll always have to transfer the electricity into your name because that's not cheap, that's expensive, simple as that. So to give you an idea, if you're transferring the water into your name, the water authority will want a deposit of around about 250 euros, that's what it is. If the electricity wants a deposit, they're going to want normally 600 euros if you are a foreign national. Two-tier system. But anyway, that's another rant, isn't it? So those are the bills and the costs of the transfers. Telecommunications, so you want a phone line in there. You can choose CETA, they're the guys in charge of the lines, or you can then switch to PrimeTel or whoever else you want as a provider. 30-ish euros a month. And Adrian, we referenced him a few times now, who's moving to Cyprus. He was watching one of my videos and he arrived at the airport and he got a SIM and he chose PrimeTel because I told him I use PrimeTel. I've got 4 PrimeTel SIMs. We use PrimeTel for our internet in the house and never let me down. I've always used them and they're always reducing my bill. So that sounds to me like quite a good company. And he chose them and he said that it was absolutely perfect. And about 20 euros for an eSIM. So there we go. Couldn't be any easier than that. But like I say, the internet functions in Cyprus and it functions very, very well. The internet speed can be a bit iffy in some places. Up in Tala, not that good on your mobile phone, but it's not too bad. In the main tourist area, it's pretty good. In the old town, it's pretty good, etc., etc. So, yeah, communication. That's what we're talking about today. Good song from Spandau Ballet, wasn't it? Do you remember that one? About 1981, was it? My God, I'm old. Anyway. I think I fixed my lighter. Well, that's all I had. Yeah. So, what I'm trying to say to you is, we all go and hunt for information on the internet, and there is lots of information on the internet, but the internet cannot get you into the nitty gritty. It just can't do it. So get your feet on the ground if you want to move to Cyprus. Come out for a couple of weeks, come out for a month, should we say, and start doing the footwork. Yeah, asking and asking. And going back to an apartment, let's say you want a 1-bedroom apartment, a nice apartment in a nice area, you're going to find one in a couple of weeks, no doubt. Somewhere in and around central Paphos, Paya, perhaps if you want to live in Paya, Kasonica, Tala up here, and you're going to find it at around about 600 to 700 to 800 euros, and it'll be a good one, and it'll be a nice one. If you're looking for a townhouse, that's going to cost you about 1,200-ish euros, 2 bedroom, maybe 3 if you're lucky. If you're looking for a nice villa, that's going to cost you somewhere around about 1,500 euros or up, obviously. But you're going to find a nice one for that price. And the cost of living in Cyprus is, so I'm told, quite a bit lower than it is in places like Germany and the UK. Obviously relative to where you live in the UK and where you live in Germany. But if you live in downtown Berlin, if you live in downtown London, it will definitely be cheaper if you are living in Paphos. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Living a little bit cheaper, having the same lifestyle, if not a better lifestyle, and better weather, and more relaxed, and not much crime going on. Simple as that. So, I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep coming back. Please don't forget to go and hunt us down on PayPal, Paul G Cyprus, P-A-U-L-G-E-E, Cyprus, all in one word. Up will come my little mug, and up will come Marika's face, so you know it's us, and that's how you gift us. £50 if you wish to purchase a brick on the Wall of Fame, £100 if you want a swinging star on our spectacular ceiling. Not quite as good a ceiling as Sir Chris of the Bridlingtons' mum and dad's house, but we still got quite a nice ceiling, haven't we, Sir Chris? We have indeed. Hopefully the weather's not treating you too bad in downtown Bridlington, and we'll look forward to seeing you when you come back on the 15th of March 2025 for the grand opening of the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. And don't forget, there's a couple of steps left. That's it, then they're all gone. We want to thank one or two of the people who bought steps. Princess Tracy, thank you very, very much indeed. Lady Zena, thank you very, very much indeed. Baroness Crackpot, Lady Lillian, thank you very, very much indeed. Baroness Heather, thank you very, very much indeed. Number 7 is yours, obviously. Lord Lee, Lady Vicky, thank you very, very much indeed. The list goes on and on and on, and we do appreciate each and every one of you getting involved with the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. It's time for the view. The bus is still there. I think, as I've said before, he's there for the season, so he's obscuring our view a little bit. But if you look just over there, it's a little bit glum-ish. Well, perhaps not compared to downtown London. I don't know. Lady Andrea, Lord of the M, Princess Sarah, you drop in the comments. What's your weather like in downtown London? Thanks for watching. See you again very, very soon indeed.